Last year, Sarchi did some social marketing research for us on what the general public knew about Women's Refuge, what they thought we did, and how they viewed our information. It was interesting reading. We got some really good feedback. Most importantly was about our name, the National Collective Independent Women's Refuge. People said, who's that? Everybody knew who Women's Refuge were, but no one knew who the National Collective were. So we picked that up, and we picked it up as a challenge, and that's, as you see, our new brand today, Women's Refuge, is where we're going. Today is about a new beginning, and it's in our usual style. We're not just launching our new look and our revised website, but also introducing the 2011 annual appeal. We're doing it all at the same time. There are so many people to thank. Let me start with the website work. First, I'd like to thank Telecom for their sponsorship of the website. To Vanessa, who's here today, from Telecom and all her colleagues, in particular Alex Milne, who developed the relationship with Women's Refuge and encouraged us to think outside of the box. Alex has since left for his big OE in London. We wish him well and thank him and all the Telecom staff for getting behind such a critical project that will enable us to provide information more effectively and to more people. The new youth section is an added addition in that the look and feel was developed through a youth advisory group led by Johnny O'Donnell. Its interactive nature means young people are more likely to want to use it, and we believe this is going to help them keep safer from the effects of family violence, raise awareness around what an abusive relationship looks like, and gives them information on where to get help. I want to acknowledge the support and guidance we received from the Youth Advisory Group, and to Johnny for leading this fabulous piece of work. The new website is much more friendlier, with better links to important information, clearer indications about how and where to get help. We believe that it will not only enrich the work we do by providing such good source of information, but its new format is more accessible and enabling more people in our communities to get support and help when they need it. I'm reminded of the conversation I had with Leslie Elliott after the trial of Clayton Weatherspoon, when Leslie said to me, if Sophie had known about your website, she would have read the information around what an abusive relationship looks like. She would have recognised how much danger she was in. When we were developing the website, I constantly thought of Leslie's words, and that was a real focus for us to keep on thinking about who was going to be reading the website and what the purpose of the website was to get information, to get help, to know that you're not alone, and to know where to go. Leslie has gone on to champion change to ensure young women get access to information and that youth know and understand the choices they have, and that this is what the youth website is there for. I want to acknowledge Sam Dog for all the work on the new website and helping us in the development of our new look logo, for guiding us through the process. The relationship has been fabulous, the communication excellent, and the end result exceptional. Thank you. This year for our annual appeal, we're doing something completely different. Be prepared to be intrigued, curious, and captured by our stories. Our supporters, our introduction into the world of social media, Trade Me, an auction like no other, will keep us all actively participating in raising much needed money for the work we do for women, for children and their families. There are a large number of people who have worked so hard to get this year's campaign off the ground. To the Sarchi and Sarchi team, this year marks the 11th campaign you've worked on with us. Livy, at the beginning of this year, you and I met over lunch. If I remember rightly, you had just survived a horrendous ferry crossing from Eastbourne that morning where the ferry had capsized. I was most impressed that you still made it to lunch. It says a lot about our relationship between Sarchi and Women's Refuge. I told you we needed to be going all out this year. We needed to be doing something very different. We needed to do it on a very tight budget, as usual. We talked about social media, about capturing a much wider audience, and about utilising all of our supporters and sponsors. I have to say, you've done it. I am really looking forward to this campaign on behalf of the women, the children and the families of this country, and the women's refuges throughout New Zealand. We thank you for your tireless work. To the famed families of Sophie Elliott and Helen Meads, and to all the other families whose loved ones have been affected by domestic violence, Thank you for your support and your participation in our appeal. Thank you also to our steadfast supporters like Anika Moore, Reuben Wiki, Judy Bailey, Kevin Roberts and Saatchi, whose names will all appear on trade news over the next few weeks. Last but not least, I want to thank all of our staff, our refuges, our families who've participated in some way in the design of our website, the appeal and our new look and feel. You've all done a fantastic job. On behalf of Denise and I, we thank you. There's one more person who we want to recognise with regard to our contribution, and can I ask Deepa to come forward? You didn't plan this, but did you, Deepa? Thank you. I want to. You've got to speak now. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just going to break away briefly from the program. Because one of the things that we're doing, I take on board also what the Minister Bennett said, which is when you open up the world, which we're going to be doing, there is going to be a demand. And in some way, in protocol from Māori, sometimes when you're launching something new, we usually give it a launch of its own Italian Māori. And so I'm going to ask Esther to perform for us that blessing, that chant that will give us that care that we hope will be felt in our new website.
Kia ora. This chant is called Whakaputa. Whakaputa is to launch anything. It's quite a short chant, and it talks about the Māori, the essence of what this hui is about. The essence is about, our women and the new direction they're going. Manawa mai te putu o te ariki, manawa mai te putu o te tauira. Ka eki ki rongo rupeke, ka eki rangi tā hua tēnei te whatu kei au. Kai te kaunga tapu te Māori tū, te whiwhi anuku tū, te whiwhi arangi. Kai te whiwhi o hoke te roho puri te maho tāwhia mai waho. Tēnei te Māori ka whakapiki, tēnei te Māori ka whakakake. Te Māori o tēnei ariki, te Māori o enei tauira. Te Māori ki runga te rei arangi, te Māori ka pū kei waho, kei te whae o, kei te ao marama. Whāno haramai te toki haumi e hui e tai.
Can I be really rude and say that I took to go? I'm really sorry that I took him to go. Can I get a photo from my Facebook? Who's going to be in the photo with me? Sorry, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
But just to say remark today.
One more.
I'm trying to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's really doing grateful.
It's all right. Thank you. Well, it's great when things are week under schedule. But let's get more on a time frame itself. I'm going to welcome Johnny O'Donnell. Now, Johnny O'Donnell has a